Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Send a coded message for Starfleet Commander, Priority 1. Federation science vessel Grissom arriving, Genesis planet, Mutara sector to begin research. JTS to Bond Commanding.
Aye, sir. Coding now.
Well, good morning. It's a weekend video this time. I'm going to be working on the Grissom base that I got from Cosmic Scale Models. I thought you might be interested in seeing my three Grissoms. If you remember Robbie, Chip, and Ernie, my three sons, this is my three Grissoms. And this was the big, starting with at the bottom with the big studio scale, and then the new 350 and the wee the 1000 scale. You can see the size difference between the three of them. But this is the one I'm interested in today because, as I said, the base parts have come in from across the pond, and we're going to put them together. Okay, you can see the kind of mess I'm into right now. I am testing out different adhesives to see which is going to be the most effective for this plexiglass. Even though Keith's wonderful instructions say glue is not needed, I gotta glue everything. That's just me. Belt and suspenders. I've tried MEK. I'm trying Tamiya extra thin cement. I'm trying Plastruct Welding. I'm trying different things on this plexiglass to get it to stick, seeing which one is the most efficient and the least disruptive. I'm also seeing how many lights I'm going to need for the base. The idea is that the base will light up. This lovely plaque will go over top of it. That will light up on one switch, and then of course there'll be another switch for the ship itself. So what I need to do is cut some holes in this back piece, 3 holes, one for each switch and one for the power to go in. This is a central support that is part of the base. This can slide around depending on where the pole is going to come down. I hate like heck to do it, but I'm going to have to drill a hole probably right about there or there into this base for the post to go down. So I want to make sure that I'm only doing that once and it's very well protected while I do it. So I'm trying out everything that could go wrong on this back piece that you're never going to, well, you're not that you're never going to see it, but it is less noticeable. It is the same material though. So I am going to remove this back piece. I've taken off the protective plastic that is on the inside of the, on both sides of the plexiglass, but on the inside, of course, and then the outside I'll wait and strip off when I have completed everything. But what I'd like to do is map out the switch holes, and I'm trying to see where my supports are going to go. They're going to go over each one of those joints, so I can get the old Sharpista out and map out these switch holes. Now that's going to go something like this and this and that and that. So that tells me where my switches need to go. So I'm thinking power here, base, ship switches there, something like that. So now I need to drill the holes. I'm going to start with smaller pilot holes, obviously, and then work up to the full size. But I want to get those mapped out, make sure my bits are very sharp, and make some holes already. Okay, so I've got the holes drilled in the back panel. I've got the switches in. I've got to wire warp everything. Still playing with, I've already eliminated a couple of the adhesives. The Tamiya cement, no good. The plastic weld, no good. We're down to, believe it or not, acetone. Acetone is working very well. Well, no, it wasn't. I thought it was working well. MEK still seems to be the front runner. This is PVC glue that plumbers use on pipes, and it is not sticking all that well. Of course, it was very old and it could have gone bad. So I'm going to try some of the plumber's stuff that they stick pipes together with. If that doesn't work, I'm going to have to use hot glue. I don't want to use hot glue for a myriad of reasons, mostly because it's messy. But I may have to. Or two-part epoxy. Two-part epoxy, that might be the only other way to go. I'll try that next. I hear you out there yelling, why don't you just use CA, Lou? Why don't you just use CA? Well, I wanted to make sure I didn't have to because of fears of it hazing up the plexiglass. Well, then you say, well, it doesn't haze plexiglass, it only hazes styrene. I didn't want to take that chance. I've got this lovely plaque that has to go on top. What happens in here, while it's concerning, is not important. It's not make or break. It's not do or die. It's not going to kill the whole thing. Because all of these joints that happen in here will be covered up. But I want to know for sure and for damn sure, by the time I get to putting the pretty down, that it's not going to be, you know, what I put down on top of it isn't going to be a problem, because I'm only going to be able to do this once, and I want to be able to have it, you know, one and done. So yes, I'm trying CA. CA sticks wonderfully, and it may be what I end up using for all of my internals. But I want to have a clear alternative, and I mean not just clear in the sense that there are no others, but also a clear that I could see through alternative when it comes time to put this down, or else I am going to have to use hot glue there, which I'm not sure that if I put hot glue, because of how thick it is going to sit down flush enough. This is designed to the nth degree, to the third decimal place. It is a beautifully tight-fitting thing. These spacers are just the exact height that I need them to be to set the top on. So I cannot afford to have anything that's going to buckle underneath this top to get it to lay flat. Now CA seems to be the weapon of choice at this point, because when I put this one on with epoxy, it of course gushed out behind, and I'm going to have to clean the top of that off now so that I don't get the exact problem I was just talking about, which is the anything that's going to impede that base or the top lid here from sitting correctly. The nice thing about epoxy, though, is I can clean it off very cleanly, but I want to make sure I know my methodology before I stick the top pretty piece down. Alright, taking a little bit of break, but I'm back now, and we're starting on the electrics now. I've got to do some cleaning. All of this has been epoxied together. I've got the felt on the bottom. I've epoxied everything inside. The only thing is this panel here should not be attached to anything unless some stray epoxy has gotten onto it, which I hope not. Oh, I know what it is. I overlapped the base. No, that doesn't touch that base, does it? It does a little bit. It does a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull that off. That's what I'm hoping for, because this back shouldn't be glued in. Yeah, I got some overspill on the CA. Okay. What I need to do is do the power jack into here, and then the switch for the 2 circuits, and then we should be able to mount the top. Alrighty, I've got the this could be blinding. I got the perimeter strip LEDs in, and these 2 wires are going to go to the wire that comes up into the Grissom, but I have to chase that down. I also got to glue this in place. I don't like how loose that is. I thought I was putting it in fairly tight, but it rebelled against me. So what I need to do is go get the ship now. Not much else to hold me back from doing that. I got to get the ship. I've got to attach this to the blue wires that are coming out of the ship. Get my hand in the picture. I got to attach these so that I can pull them down through this tube and into the well, you know what, I don't need the tube. Yes, I do need the tube to be in place because the ship is going to sit down on it. Yeah, I need to be able to attach this so that I can pull those wires down through it. And there she is on her stand. A bit clumsy. That was me trying to figure out how to build it and make everything work. I do think that, well, here's the thing, and it's unavoidable, is that we've got a big light leak here around this edge. I'm going to take just some black electrical tape and just do a little seam around here to seal that off, and it'll also hold the top down, and it will cover up that light leak. And there you go. Now this takes care of, kills two birds with one stone, as much as I'm not a fan of killing birds. But not only does it take care of the light leak around here, but also it secures this wonderfully printed plate down to the top of the frame. And this base is the wonderful fine work of Cosmic Scale Models. I recommend them highly. I've never been disappointed by a product from them yet. It might take, because they're in the UK, it might take a few days to get here, but by gum, it's always worth it. So let's now the ship is going to swing around because it's not glued down, but I just wanted you to see that base. And back here is the working parts of it. I can run it without the base lit, which is, truth be told, probably how most of the time it will be run. But when you want to show it off, boy, you can do that in style. And that's it. That's our quick weekend build. I mean, this took all of a Saturday afternoon to put together. But lovely, wonderful results, and really sets off the ship just nice. So once again, CosmicScaleModels.com. I was looking for a UK address. It's not. Or on Facebook, Cosmods on Facebook. You will not be disappointed. See you next time.